Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel?
I don't know, how's it supposed to feel?
How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Come on, dance with me, guys, come on. Get those shoulders moving.
They wanna sing my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel?
No idea.
How's it supposed to feel?
Got your hips moving yet? Hey guys, how you going? Don't mind me, I've been dancing in my seat. I was projecting just then. Trying to tell you guys to dance, I'm sitting here dancing myself. Okay, how you going, Alex? How you going out to lunch? Deb, George, Timmy, Black Hat Music, how you going? J1, how you going? Kai, how you going? We got anyone else in here? MJ, how you going? Okay, guys, we're going to get into this. There's not too much here, but what I've got to tell you first is I won't be here for about a week. I have to go and look after my mum, my dad, and my daughter's 3 children for about 5 days, I think, 5 or 6 days, I'm not sure. So for the next 5 or 6 days, I won't be around, which is pretty sad. But anyway. Okay. Well, it's sad for me. I don't know about you guys, but it's sad for me. How you going, Sherry? Okay, Kobe, I'm a bit croaky this morning. I've been inhaling wood fire smoke all morning. I think I might have cooked a possum, guys. I don't know. There's something blocking the chimney. I've got to clean the chimney anyway. Okay. Kobe Thatcher said, one thing I hate is when parties select foreign-born candidates to run in electorates that are heavily populated with migrants. Instead of encouraging migrants to assimilate, all it does is encourage them to vote in their own people and remain in an ethnic enclave. A pathetic way to score votes that will ensure we lose our country in time. I believe Kobe Thatcher's Australian, by the way. Okay, Danielle, not Danielle. I would have an E on the end if it was Danielle. Okay, I have tickets to hear Kamala Harris that I can't use. I'm happy to give them away. Let me know how much I need to pay you. Because Kamala Harris is coming to Australia. Why? I have no idea. Probably to encourage our government to do more of the same. Okay. Oh God, Alex, I hope it's not. I hope it's not a possum blocking the chimney. I hope the chimney's just blocked. Then I just have to clean it. But if there's a possum in there, he's going to be cooked shortly. Well done, possum. Oh dear. Okay. David J. Harris said, mic drop. You're going to be called crazy. Many people also called Noah crazy. Then the rains came and all the fact checkers died. Okay? Everyone called Noah crazy, right? Listen to this.
You're going to be called crazy. Many people also called Noah crazy.
Oh my goodness. They're going to get me for copyright. Okay, that's one I'm going to have to play on Rumble. I'm sorry. You got 7 seconds of it. 7 seconds away. Just as long as I stay, I'll be waiting. Okay. Chicago 1 rate, don't mind me. I'm a bit of a Fruit Loop this morning. I've inhaled too much smoke. I have lack of oxygen, guys. It's gone to my head. Okay. Chicago 1 Ray said, wait a minute, the media told us that MAGA voters only vote for white people. Look at this crowd gathering to support Byron Donalds to be the next governor of Florida. Oh, wow, look at all the white people, man. You mean they're going to vote for a black guy? Yeah, they are, because he's a good guy. That's why. It's more like that MAGA don't go for just anybody, okay? They go for the best qualified for that position. Okay, that was a good one. Okay, Billboard Chris, back to Australia now. Billboard Chris from Canada's come to Australia. The reason Australia insists on continuing to prescribe harmful puberty blockers and hormones while the rest of the world is moving in the opposite direction is precisely because of rampant censorship and policing of language throughout our institutions. And not just the institutions, all social media. Okay, Rachel Wong said, great to have this legend back in Australia to fight government censorship and to raise awareness about irreversible damage that is being done to children and young people under the guise of gender-affirming care. This coming week, Billboard Chris and Elon Musk's X will challenge the E-Safety Commissioner's removal of Chris's post last year, which criticised the suitability of trans activist and former ACON Health Director Teddy Cook, a woman who identifies as a man that is reported to promote bondage, bestiality and illicit drugs, to advise on global trans health policy and misgendered Cook by saying she's a female. She's female. The reason Australia insists on continuing to prescribe harmful puberty blockers and hormones while the rest of the world is moving in the opposite direction when it comes to appropriate evidence-based care for gender-distressed children and young people is precisely because of rampant censorship and policing of language throughout our institutions. We need much less censorship, not more. And I know that I'm not the only Aussie who's exceedingly grateful that Chris is taking a stand for free speech, for truth and for common sense for all of us, especially our most vulnerable. Support Chris's work, opposing gender ideology and spreading the message that children are perfect just as they are. BillboardChris.com. Please also sign Women's Forum Australia's open letter calling on our government to take urgent action on youth gender medicine. There you go, and there's all the links there. So what I will do is I am going to repost that. Okay, do my bit, do my part, other than doing it on here. I'm also going to, should I also, oh yeah, why not? Okay, MAGA Voice said, breaking, Donald Trump just confirmed he's not going to fire Pete Hegseth or Mike Walls. Trump, I do not fire people because of fake news and because of witch hunts, Mike, drop. Oh, go Trump. Julie Donuts said, oh, she went, the attacks on RFK Jr. are coming in hard and fast. This is what happens when you talk about certain procedures, okay? I don't give a fuck what blackmail they have on him. We're in a war. He's exposing that industry. Big Pharma, chemicals in the food, water and air, down to the BE seeds. What are BE seeds? Waking people up to the diabolical truth of what this enemy has done to us for decades. It's noise, distractions, and a coordinated attack to discredit and remove him. We already know he's no angel. This disclosure of extremely important information about all the ways we've been poisoned is so crucial for this awakening. His message is clear, and even if he's been highly compromised, he's still spot on. The enemy wants us to hate him and attack the messenger to try and discredit what he's saying. Eat the chicken, spit out the bones. P.S. It won't work. Because I believe Candace Owens did a hit piece on RFK Jr. now. And a lot of people are believing Candace no matter what she says, and I agree with some of what she says. I disagree with other things she says, okay? I'm not 100% like standing with anyone right now. I've got my own thoughts. Okay, so I don't mind if people don't agree with me either. Because I know you all have your own thoughts. It's how we work. Catherine Deeves Morgan said Australian Prime Minister stands in front of flags representing 3.04% of Australians as he announces the federal election. That should tell you everything in one picture. He does not stand for Australia. He stands for anyone but Australia, okay? You got the Aboriginal flag here. I think this is a Papua New Guinea flag or some shit. I don't know. It's a different island, man. Okay. The Road Knight said prayers. The ABC simply cannot bring itself to say the M word, Muslim. Just before the campaign kicked off proper, Home Affairs Minister Tony Burke was forced to pull out of an event over security concerns. Mr Burke was due to speak after prayers at Parry Park in Lakemba, which is a Muslim area in Sydney, which he has done from time to time for about 15 years. But organisers pulled him aside to warn a text message had been circulating in the community encouraging young men to visit the prayer room and make it known that Mr Burke was not welcome because of the government's position on the conflict in Gaza. Okay, so now they're making enemies of the people they brought in. I was kind of waiting for this, you know. How you going, Gen X? How you going, Stu? Good to see you guys. Got anyone else in here that I didn't notice? I'm trying to say hello to everybody because I know at some point that chat's going to jump and I won't be able to say hello to you guys if you pop back out again. Okay. Jim Ferguson said, breaking, Italy breaks ranks with EU, Meloni backs US alliance. As the divide between Washington and Brussels widens, Italian MP Giorgia Meloni just dropped a geopolitical bombshell. We must prioritise our partnership with the United States. Italy's had enough of EU indecision, enough of blind obedience to unelected bureaucrats in Brussels. The EU is not a united actor. In a multipolar world, it'll be pulled apart unless it starts respecting the national interests of its members. Italy now signals a strategic pivot away from the WEF-aligned globalist cabal and warns sovereign partnerships grounded in realpolitik and national strength. Europe is crumbling under the weight of its own delusions. Italy sees the writing on the wall. Will others follow? Good on her. Good on Giorgia Meloni. So they should. Every country should. But anyway, we know that. Hey, Menacing Muskrat, how you going? Okay, Charlotte Emma UK said this clip of a British policewoman rocking back and forth on a rocking horse whilst playing on her phone in somebody's back garden is the perfect visual example of the state of the UK right now. This is the UK. This is their police force. God help the UK. Why has she got two phones? She's got a phone in each hand. What in the fuck is going on here? That is crazy. Okay, I'm going to repost that one too. Joey Manarino said apparently RFK Jr. is going to have a sex scandal. I don't care. Not even 5% do I care. He's a man, he's red-blooded, he's fit, he's a Kennedy. Of course, women throw him the cat left and right. Okay, the cat, get it? I'm actually glad when these politicians have sex scandals with women. It shows they're not screwing kids. We had Biden in the White House for 4 years, and the only sex scandal he ever had was molesting his daughter in the shower when she was underage, apparently, allegedly, okay? Everyone mentioned here is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. And everything I say is theory until proven fact, even if it already has been proven fact, okay? Like this one. He had his sex scandal was molesting his daughter in the shower when she was underage, okay? And half sniffing the population of children in America. Spare me the outrage that Kennedy slept with some woman. Don't care, or women. Don't care, make America healthy again. Okay, back to Billboard Chris. Now he's gone to Melbourne. He was in Brisbane before where they tried to sort of arrest him, half arrest him. Okay. Security in Melbourne have just ordered us to leave Federation Square in Melbourne. How about no? This is a public square, and last I checked, conversations were still legal in Australia. I asked them to tell me what law I'm violating. He said it's the law according to the people who own and run this place. We're not going anywhere. Now they're calling the police. It's a repeat of Brisbane. So he's going to get Is he going to be the first man to be arrested in every state of Australia? Or half arrested? Sorry. This one I have to put into, is it already in there? Medical, okay, because that's for Rumble. Okay, Cynical Publius said, I've listened to the videos and read the posts. Let me break down the RFK Jr.'s being blackmailed story for you so you don't have to waste time like I did. Here it is. Candace Owens thinks Israel is blackmailing RFK Jr. because RFK Jr. has changed his mind on some things through the years. His last name is Kennedy. He has zipper issues, and we all know how much Israel loves to blackmail Americans. That's it. That's the theory. Seriously? That's it. That's all they got. No proof. Nothing. Okay, Paul A. Zipula. Zipula? I still can't work out this. I'm so sorry. President Zelensky said he won't accept President Trump's proposal, the minerals deal, acknowledge the debt he owes the US, and won't do direct talks with Putin. Zelensky isn't interested in peace. The US isn't interested in him. He's a dickhead. Sorry. He's a warmonger, a little actor who is a warmonger. Okay, Spitfire said Zelensky is refusing a minerals deal and will not negotiate with Putin. There will be no peace as long as Zelensky remains in power. Not another dime to this little dictator. And do you want to hear what he has to say? Because I don't, really. Okay, I really don't want to hear what he has to say. But this is interesting. Kyle Becker said Putin will die soon. And no, he didn't say it. Sorry, Zelensky said it, okay? He's quoting Zelensky. Quote, Putin will die soon. That's a fact, and everything will be over. Zelensky just days ago. Today, boom, Putin's limousine explodes. What is going on? I don't know, but allegedly, Putin's limousine has exploded after Zelensky said he's going to die soon. Okay? We'll see. See what happens. Okay. Awakened Outlaw said if you believe that Trump's MAGA agenda will end up being thwarted by judicial overreach, then you haven't been paying attention. Minor setbacks aside, the deep state was always going to fight back. He'll end up winning big regardless. Big time. Okay? Huge. Don't you worry about that. Craig Kelly, Libertarian for New South Wales Senate, said Operation Venezuela. Albanese is now adopting the catastrophic policies of Hugo Chavez. In 2003, Hugo Chavez, the Venezuelan leader, implemented price controls on around 400 basic foods, aiming to counter inflation and protect the poor. But they only resulted in shortages, black markets, economic instability, a decline in living standards and corruption, harming the very people they were claiming to help. And now Albanese wants to do the same in Australia. Price controls are the last refuge of the failed socialist. May God help Australia if Albanese is re-elected. Yes, God help us. Price controls at the supermarket. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, it can end up costing even more. This one I'm also going to have to play on... this was the Aussie way of life back when, right? Way back when. This was Australia, okay? Anyway, I'll have to play that on Rumble because it's got music behind it as well. Oh, dear God. I'm going to put it in medical. Okay. It's just, is your country, our country is worth fighting for. Is your country worth fighting for? I believe it is. This one from Donald, does this have music behind it as well? Because God help me. I won't be able to play anything shortly on YouTube.
In the cold silence of the tundra, a bond was born, not from treaties or trade, but from blood and bravery. While Germany controlled Europe, the Nazis set their sights on the Arctic. Greenland became an unwitting combatant, and the United States stepped in, not to conquer, but to protect. In 1943, nearly 1,000 American soldiers with 4 chaplains set.
Okay, I'm going to get done for copyright, okay? So I'm going to put this on Rumble as well. Holy shit, guys, this is bad. Oh my God, I didn't realise how much had music. I tried to grab things without music behind them, but most things have music behind them these days. Okay, so I'll just be reading the posts. MJ Truth Ultra said, I don't like picking fights, but I'm going to pick one here for the sake of my gut telling me this just stinks. I like Ian's work, 80-20. Another person I agree with on some things and don't agree with on others. I like Ian's work, 80-20, but now he's here to save the day and decouple RFK Jr. from his blackmailers. In the same breath, he says he doesn't have tapes, nor has he seen tapes of said blackmail, but says as a statement of fact that RFK Jr. is blackmailed and wants to save him. Does that even make sense? Ian Carroll Show. I'm sure is used to criticism, so I want to know why he's pushing a narrative based on hearsay. I believe on hearsay. And honestly, since the allegations are old, if there is anything, who gives a rat's ass as long as he didn't do anything illegal? That's between him and his wife and has nothing to do with his job. The left will surely make it a big deal all by themselves. When Donald Trump was accused of rape, real supporters stuck by the man, and guess what? It was all bullshit. But if he ever did such a thing, real supporters would have spoken up. If RFK Jr. has done anything wrong, I'd be the first to speak up. If your heart is truly in the right place, wait for some actual evidence of wrongdoing to be shown before dragging a man's name in the mud. Because right now, Ian, it honestly feels like you're trying to put public pressure on him to resign. Ian Carroll said, my only goals are to decouple RFK Jr. from his blackmailers, to save Make America Healthy Again and the health freedom movement from the blackmailers. That's starting to make me sus on you, mate. What he's saying here is starting to get me sus, okay? I don't trust. I don't know. To save America from the blackmailers. The first being their means, the second two, the ends. I do not have the tapes. I haven't seen them. But there is only one way to save a man from blackmail, and it isn't pretty. What's he going to do? What the hell is he going to do, mate? What are you doing? Is he on some kind of power trip now? Because he was on the Joe Rogan show maybe? Gained some followers and thinks he's freaking invincible? I don't know. Wow. Catherine Deeves Morgan said, controversial opinion, the Racial Discrimination Act 1979 should be repealed and the Race Discrimination Commissioner's role should be scrapped here in Australia. Up until several decades ago, many Australians welcomed the millions of migrants who came here to work hard and embrace Australian values and our way of life. But since the government, contrary to the wishes of the people, have turbocharged mass immigration and appointed a commissioner to berate us for being racist, things have never been worse. As an Anglo-Australian, I find the message of the Race Discrimination Commissioner to be offensive, humiliating and insulting. I hear resentment, division and derision of Anglo-Australians and a desire to stifle debate about the very real problems our nation is facing. Now it's reported the RDC is calling for Australians to continue to provide economic support to migrants, despite many of us struggling ourselves, and to silence the discussion that must be had this federal election around the glaring problems of rapid mass immigration, excessive foreign students, and the infiltration of cultures hostile to our own. We have the right to want our culture and our values to dominate in our own country, and for citizens to take priority in housing and distribution of resources. We must have right to say no to floods of people coming here and preventing our own young people from having their own home, and putting our medical and educational systems and infrastructure under unsustainable pressure which we work to pay for. We should have the right to say no to people who follow a belief system that fundamentally wants to eradicate our own. We should have the right to say no to 1 in 27 people being a foreign student and reduce it to levels comparative with other countries such as the USA, where it is 1 in 320. We should have the right to say no to people who commit violent crimes or are a net negative on our economy. Personally, I do not want my hard-earned tax dollars funding an immigrant to the tune of $40,000 plus who has the hubris to want to migrate here, is given every opportunity to succeed and does, but then berates people whose ancestors built this country, that are the majority, because of our history, culture and the colour of our skin. Why do we tolerate people who are resentful and jealous of Australia's success, wanting a piece of it but complaining about the culture and people who made it possible? Who advocate to turn it into whatever it was they left behind in their country of origin? I have no doubt the people of the RDC's country of origin will not tolerate an Anglo-Australian being handed a plum high-level government position for the purpose of berating the culture and people and pressing to silence conversation about the problems facing their country. RDC is out of step with the will of the Australian majority. 80% want less immigration. Why should Australians continue to pay for advocacy antithetical to our interests? Make it make sense. This is our race discrimination commissioner who came here from a different country, right? And I believe I'm quoting him when I say bile of racism and anti-migrant rhetoric spilling into political debate, race discrimination, commissioner warns. Yes, there you go. Okay. Crazy shit. Okay. That was that one there, wasn't it? No. Hang on, where have I gone? Here I am. Okay, there you go. Brandon, responding to Evan Kilgore, who said Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is about to sink the image of MAGA and the Trump administration with a sex scandal. Get ready for a wild ride. Brandon said, who was filming gay porn in the Senate? What party is having drag queen sex shows with preschoolers? What party allowed 350,000 kids to go missing? I think we need priorities, people, priorities. Alexander Calane, who's responding to this person. Oh, this is the Andrew Tate accuser. I don't know, but when I was beaten up, I did not look like this. I had big lumps all over my face. And if a man had done it, you'd see the lump, mate. A huge, huge lump. This looks like makeup that's run or been put on, actually. Okay? That does not look like a black eye, let me tell you right now. That is not a black eye. And her name is Bree Stern, and she said, you are my property. My name is Bree Stern. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I met Andrew Tate in the summer of 2024, and we were in a relationship for almost a year. And this is how it's done, right? They get some woman to accuse people with, I don't see anything. Like, if I put my photo next to this, you'd see what beaten up looks like. Okay, anyway. So on one hand, thank you for sharing your difficult story. I'm very sorry to hear about this vile man, how this vile man allegedly treated you. On the other hand, the guy has made an entire career out of misogyny and bragging about abusing women. Did you not regard that as a major no-go? Like, seriously? Okay. Anyway, there was a lot. I think there was a lot more comments in her post that made a whole lot of sense, guys. Right? That's her. These are the texts. Allegedly the texts. Okay. We don't know for real. You can fake texts, apparently. Okay, where is it? Chinook Hunter said, I don't like the guy, but you're clearly an attention-seeking whore. Vic said, this sounds extremely scripted. If it was real, it wouldn't be written like that. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I don't believe it. Yep, I've seen women lie till they're blue in the face. Be careful what you read on the internet. Look at the picture. Like, seriously. She would have a massive lump, mate. I'm telling you now. And the lumps would look like golf balls or tennis balls on your face. Okay? It does not look like this. I'm sorry, man. But where was she assaulted? On her big toe? Shadow of Ezra said RFK Jr. is blackmailed. Tell me everything you know. Okay. So, not OpQ looked it up on Grok, okay? Said, Grok, what are the details? Where is Grok? Rumours suggest RFK Jr. HHS Secretary faces blackmail over past affairs and Epstein ties, possibly to sway health policy. Post hints at Mossad involvement, but no solid proof exists as of 28th of March 2025. His scandals fuel speculation. I'll update as more emerges. Okay? Nothing yet. No actual proof. You cannot blackmail RFK Jr. with a sex scandal because everyone already knows that's not news. Number 2, one of the sexiest men in the world is not going to bother with sexting because he can get it in person. 3, Olivia Nuzzy is completely nuts, so no. See? They're doing it with RFK Jr. as well. Okay, Clown World. Teen brings gun to school and gets her entire family arrested. Let's have a look at this. I think this is an actual thread. Okay, let's watch. As someone gets arrested, why not?
You guys keep walking. If you keep walking, you're getting the thing. That's not all. Okay. You're taking her. Let's take her. I'll tell you what, you're gonna be on the ground real quick.
She's next.
What do you
Fuck out of me!
get back?
No, you get the back!
Okay.
I don't give a fuck about you!
Sweet.
You a pig!
Okay.
You a pig! Get the fuck off me!
No.
You a motherfucking pig!
Okay, sweet. Thank you.
You a pig!
Sweet.
What's
Thank
up? What's up?
you. Exactly.
What the fuck you gonna do? You ain't doing shit!
Okay. This
Don't put
next
your
step.
motherfucking hands on me!
Okay. We'll play.
I don't give a fuck. Y'all ain't gotta put me there! You ain't gotta put me there! I don't give a fuck! Hold on! I'm proud of you! Donald! You a pig! Now I don't get church. I promise you, Jesus Christ. You go to church every motherfucking day. You a pig. Ain't nobody say shit about no motherfucking gun.
Oh, that's all right.
I don't give a fuck. Don't touch me.
You're gonna stop.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Stop walking.
Don't stop pulling me.
Then
Stop
walk.
pulling me. I'm walking. Take these cuffs off. I swear to God. Take these motherfucking cuffs off. Take these cuffs off. I'm gonna beat your ass. On my dead baby, I'm gonna beat you. Take these cuffs off. Shall go one-on-one with your You better handle me nice. I got Mama Low from Chicago. Lawyer, baby. You better handle me motherfucking nice. I got Mama Law lawyer. I got Mama Law.
Okay.
Chicago.
I don't know what's
Chicago.
happening, but okay.
Chicago lawyer.
Okay, go ahead and hop in.
You better handle me motherfucking nice.
Go ahead and hop in. Thank you.
What's a mama lawyer? A what? A what? Okay, it keeps going, right? Because the rest of the family's got to come into it. Okay, here we go.
Put your arms behind your back. Put your arms behind your back.
Why don't they just cooperate? Like, seriously, it'd be much easier on them. And why do we always hear, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe? If you weren't able to breathe, you wouldn't be screaming, love. I'm sorry, but you need a big breath to scream like that.
Put your arms behind your back. You're good. Breathe. You're good. Yeah. I'm an officer. Okay. Now roll on your side. Stop it. Do not kick. Let's get her. Don't kick. Now you go for battery to PO.
She's going to get wrapped up in one of those things, isn't she? Like, her feet are going to be tied, and then she's going to, if she spits at them, her head's going to be covered, and they put them in like a cocoon if they keep going, and wrap them right up, right?
Hey, get a hobble. Yeah, we need a hobble.
Yep, they're going to do it.
Yep. Stop doing it. How about that? Thank you, guys. Because she's kicking us.
She's not kicking. Y'all heard about her. She's not kicking. She's not kicking no more. Why all y'all kill her? Because y'all heard about her.
Stop kicking.
Y'all heard about her. Y'all heard about her.
Stop tensing up. Relax. Relax and we'll stop. Stop kicking.
Bitch, you ready to touch me, ain't you?
Hold her onto her side.
There is just no need for this. There really isn't. It would go much smoother if you just didn't do what you just did. This is a lesson in what not to do, okay? What not to do. And that, yeah, I agree, Deb. I would have tased her like ages ago, right?
We've got her legs. Roll her onto her side. Make it hobble. Yeah, we're getting her a hobble. We don't have your arm.
And that's why I'm not a police officer.
Give my badge.
We will.
Give my badge.
Stop kicking.
Y'all hurting me on some real ass. Y'all hurting me.
Okay.
Y'all hurting me for real. Y'all hurting me. Why I'm on the ground? Why I'm on the ground? Y'all hurting me. Y'all put my shoes on.
Yeah, we will.
Put my shoes on, please. Y'all put my shoes on.
Yep. Can you stop kicking? Stop kicking.
Ain't nobody getting hurt. Y'all on me. Did y'all run trying to? Did y'all run
Welcome to Jerry Springer.
Let's stand up. Stand up. There you are. You got to stand up.
standing up. I'm not standing up. But carry me. Y'all some strong men. Please carry me. Yeah. Y'all want to carry her to the
I don't want you to get hurt.
Y'all already returned to me. Carry me. Carry me.
Stand up.
Hell no.
Come on.
Hell no.
Have some self-respect.
Hell no.
Stand up.
Hell no.
Have some self-respect. Stand up.
No. No.
Let's go. Let's look through that.
Look at it. Want to work? Officer doing this to me? Wow, D. I'm smarter than y'all. Y'all finna take my identity too?
We'll get back to you.
Y'all want me to?
Okay, do we want to see the last one? Holy shit. I don't know if I want to see any more, man. Okay, let's... Whoa. Okay, I don't want to see any more. This is nuts. We'll do it without the volume. That's much better. Look, she's still kicking. Screaming like a banshee. She couldn't breathe before, remember? Oh, all of a sudden she can breathe now. If you're talking, you're breathing, love. Sorry. Holy guacamole, mate. You can tell where the daughter learnt it from now. The daughter brings a gun to school and the whole family gets arrested because they're all standing there screaming at the cops. Okay, anyway, incredible patience on display by these officers. Unbelievable that people act this way in society. What happened to teaching kids morals? Yep. Now you know why the teen was fucked from life from the start. Because of that. Jeez Louise, mate. Okay, Alexandra Marshall said, this is in Australia here, right? I can't afford to stay where I am, but there was nowhere to move. And the places you go and see in the city are all being rented to 4 or 5 foreign students. Speaking English is almost an immediate fail with most real estate agents. Sometimes the signs aren't even in English. How are single working Australians supposed to compete on rent against groups of people? We've been terribly betrayed by politicians. And this is how bad it is here in Australia now. Okay? You need to move because you can't afford to live where you are, but you can't because everywhere else is the same, if not more expensive. And then there's all these international students and international people coming and competing for housing. Okay, Beauty MRK said this massive earthquake in Myanmar was no natural disaster, and it was time to expose what's really been happening since 2011. These are land grabs on a universal level. Let's have a listen.
I predicted that a huge earthquake would occur in early spring of 2025 in Thailand, and I'll tell you exactly how. First of all, I want you to think about the fact that Myanmar, just had their acceptance and rejection deadline date end for future integrated smart cities to be built by 2028, beginning in 2026. This acceptance rejection deadline ended 3 weeks ago. And I'll tell you exactly why that part's important, because throughout the last year now, I've been studying the experimentation on neutrino detection, specifically in Antarctica at the Ice Cube Neutrino Observatory, which is a huge neutrino telescope that's about 2,500 meters deep within the Antarctic ice. Now, what I want to specifically point out is what this facility connects to, which are other neutrino telescopes located around the entire world. One specifically being the KM3NET located under the Mediterranean Sea, a facility that's capable of theoretically firing something known as a neutrino beam. And there was an experiment that took place at that facility on the same exact day that the earthquake occurred. And a large source of radiation that originated from that exact facility. But here's the thing, right? That specific telescope, a little over a year ago, detected a record-breaking high-energy neutrino, which they stated could potentially have originated from a source located in the direction of Myanmar. So I want to show you how it's theoretically possible to create a man-made disaster, including earthquakes. And it's funny because if you actually go on NOAA's website, right, and you look at a list of different man-made activities, there's shockwaves and earthquakes included on that list. Lasers as well, which we'll get to here in a second because I tried pointing out a very specific satellite that just so happened to be originating from the Ice Cube Neutrino Observatory that just so happened to ironically be above Maui on the day of the wildfires. That might sound really stupid to you, but I want you to think outside the box when it comes to shit like this. I summarized all of this, so hopefully you can easily comprehend what I'm trying to say here. In the core collapse supernova scenario, a massive star collapses under its own gravity, forming a neutron star. The collapse generates a shockwave that propagates outwards, but initially it stalls. Neutrinos, which are weakly interacting particles, as we all should know by now, are produced in large quantities during the collapse and carry away a significant amount of energy. Muons, on the other hand, are heavier versions of electrons, and their creation in the dense matter of the collapsing core can have a significant impact on the explosion mechanism. So imagine you collect the data from thousands of neutrinos, and then you designate them via radio waves anywhere around the entire world. From above originating from a satellite, and then from below originating from an underground telescope. You could theoretically create a neutrino bomb. So imagine this, right? Muons are created by smashing high energy protons into targets, producing pions that then decay into muons and other particles. Ironically, this process typically occurs in particle accelerators like those at Fermilab and CERN, which is what happened in 2012 when CERN shifted timelines, as stupid as that may sound, when they discovered the Higgs boson, literally known as the God particle. But imagine, you take this collective of neutrinos, and then you designate it at any given target around the world, thus creating muons, and when muons just so happen to collapse, they create an explosion in the aftermath. This has been proven to happen in various locations around the entire world, going all the way back to the huge 2011 New Zealand earthquake. I'm sure you remember it, which ironically, there's literally an article about that same exact earthquake on the IceCube Neutrino Observatory's website. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that majority of these natural disasters, in quotations, are actually man-made, and it can easily be proven. There's even been interviews with supposed whistleblowers. I don't know how much I believe in their story, but once you actually look into it, everything becomes plausible. But there's interviews with whistleblowers talking about these same exact facilities and what they do. And I want you to watch other locations such as Greenland right now and see what natural disasters occur. These are literal land grabs, and with the power of these particles, they are able to colonize this land with ease.
Okay. I'm wondering now about chemtrails. Would they be used in that very thing? I don't know. I'm not an engineer or whatever or anything. I'm not a professional anything, right? But could chemtrails also assist in that process? Okay, Ollie London said at least 10 people have been killed in Bangkok, Thailand, and 101 are missing following the 7.7 magnitude earthquake earlier today, which was yesterday or the day before. In Myanmar, at least 144 people were killed and 730 injured after the earthquake struck outside of the city of Mandalay. And I've got some really interesting photos from this. There's pools up on top of some of these buildings, right? And there are people in those pools when it started. Okay. Quite amazing, actually. Scary. Okay, Awakened Outlaw said, just took a moment to stop and pray for Myanmar and Thailand. Having suffered the devastating effects of a massive earthquake, the images and videos I've seen are heartbreaking. They are. We've got a culture war here with a worker who was cleaning windows when it struck. Culture war reports said, look closely, a worker must have been cleaning the windows when the Myanmar earthquake hit. He's holding on for his life because the pool is emptying out on top of him. Okay, there's a pool up here. There's a guy hanging onto the side of the building here. This is what happens when you put pools on top of big skyscrapers and big buildings. Okay. Isn't that amazing? It's scary as, actually. Okay, Alpha Fox earlier today during the 7.7 earthquake in Thailand, Myanmar, an operator was thrown from his crane. Imagine waking up to go do your job and never coming home. There he goes, poor bloke. He was working on the crane when it happened. Oh, the poor guy. Oh, no. And he also got hit by the thing on the way down by the look of it. Like, he couldn't really see much, but wow. Massimo said what you see in the map are the seismic waves sent by the 7.7 earthquake in Myanmar, rippling all the way through Europe. Oh, look at the wave. Look at it go. It's going through. There it comes. Wow, that's interesting. I've never seen anything like that before, actually. An interactive live map anyway. Yeah, that would scare the shit out of me, I'm not going to lie, right? China in pictures. A touching moment during the tragedy. An earthquake in Myanmar was felt in Ruili, Yunnan, China, where two nurses at Xinjiang Hospital's maternity center were seen shielding infants. Trying to, anyway. Holy cow. Poor little bubbers, they're all rolling around the room. Look. There's bubbies in here too. And there's one there. Is it? No, there's not one in there. She's got the one that goes in there. I believe there looks like there's one in here, one in here, one in here, and one in there. Yep, there looks like there's a baby in there. Oh, God. Okay. Now, Che Bowers said President Putin personally directed that 120 of the most experienced and best equipped search and rescue specialists be sent to Myanmar. These specialists have worked in several disaster zones, including Turkey. The Russians act, others talk. They're on their way. Okay, this is it. Okay, Culture War Report. I'm going to try and not make it play until I get there. Massive 7.7 earthquake rocked Myanmar today, flattening buildings and shaking Southeast Asia. The devastation is unreal. Thread. Near Mandalay, Myanmar's second largest city. 6.4 aftershock hit minutes later. Bangkok felt it 600 miles away. Skyscrapers collapsed. Ready? Okay. This guy sensed something. Okay. This guy's hanging onto the side. This guy's going, I don't know. Yep, he's feeling it. He's feeling it. Look, here goes the water. Guys, get out. Get out, get out, get out. Get out. Oh, holy shit, get out. Yep. Because watch what happens to these cushions now, right? There's 3 of them floating around, sorry. Now, watch what happens to the cushions. So if they were just hanging on to the cushion instead of the side, okay, eventually they'd be going over the side because that's what the cushions are doing here. See you later, 1, maybe 2. Maybe the red one's gone too, but this one's about to go as well. Okay, so if they had been on those cushions and stayed on those cushions, it would have been the death of them. Seriously. So this is from one of those skyscrapers. That is crazy. Dear me. It's 35 to go. Still going? Yep. I'd hate to be in a pool. I couldn't do this. I could not be in a pool up that high. There's no way. I would think it's not stable enough to hold the water that's in it, let alone me. Not that I'm that heavy, but I mean, you know. Oh, dear God. No way. Okay, that's the end of that one. Yep, the building that fell. The wind's blowing hard here. So far, my gazebo is still standing as far as I know. I haven't gone and checked it this morning, actually. Okay, so there's another pool, obviously, up. I wonder if it's the same pool. See how the water's falling out of the... Yep. Getting shaken out, sorry. High-rise condo in Thailand with a pool on the 37th floor. No, thank you very much. I couldn't... Look, I can't live in a high-rise building anyway, right? It scares the shit out of me. What if there's a fire on the first floor and you're up on the 30th floor, man? Nah. After 9/11, there's no way I'd live in a high-rise. I know they didn't live in there, but I just wouldn't, okay? And I know buildings aren't supposed to do what that one did. Okay, you got this one. Another pool up on the top. Maybe putting thousands of gallons of water in a pool at the top of a high-rise building is no longer a good idea in an earthquake zone. I believe not. Definitely not. Birds are lucky. They can just take off, mate, and fly. In that way. Okay, the iconic Mana Nakhon building swayed during Bangkok's 7.7 earthquake. There's a skywalk at the very top on the 78th floor where tourists were trapped during the earthquake. Oh, holy guacamole. Oh. Mate, that thing's, look at it, swaying back and forth. It's going to make me seasick. I think we'll probably get a better view on this one. Yeah, I wouldn't like that. If your building isn't swaying, you need to get the fuck out immediately, especially during high wind and storms. Culture War Report said, I'm just going to stay out of high rises from now on. Yes, I do not like, and there's dash cam footage. I do not like high rises. I could not live in one. I want to live on the ground, okay, not in the air. If I was meant to live in the air, sorry, I'd have wings. Okay? Yeah, that would scare the shit out of me, man. Seriously. And this one, just the whole building comes down. Whew. My heart goes out to these people, honestly. This is the walkway. Yeah, no. Fuck that. No freaking way. No. Okay, people trapped on the 78th. Oh, no. No, that was this one here. People trapped on the 78th floor skywalk at I can't say it. Building Bangkok during the 7.7 earthquake. Yeah, no. See, fuck that. Yeah, the highest I want to go is same here. Flyby. Who was it? MJ. The furthest I want to go is the second floor. Okay, that's the highest I want to go. That's it. Okay. Culture War Report said extreme shaking going on in Myanmar during the 7.7 earthquake. Yeah. I'd be freaked out. This is the most frightening video I've found. Imagine watching the other tower being ripped apart from the one you're in and then looking down the way and seeing the water from a high-rise roof spilling over, or high-rise pool spilling over the roof. Okay. So he's in one of them. Holy shit. No, thank you very much. Yeah, they still didn't fall in their own footprint, did they? Okay. Yeah, I believe high-rise buildings are meant to sway. If they don't sway, you're in big trouble. Okay? My dad went to America when I was young. He went on his own with business with Boeing apparently, to get a contract for Australia. And he was in Seattle and an earthquake hit, and he said he didn't want to go again. He never wanted to go back. He said he was hanging on for dear. He thought he was being shaken awake, by someone shaking his bed or something. But it turned out, yeah, all the doors and everything were going, and yeah, they had to evacuate the building till it was safe. Eric Doherty said Trump just sent a new message to Greenland. It's not a question of do you think we can do without it? We can't. We need Greenland. Very important for international security. We have to have Greenland. Okay, let's listen.
We need Greenland, very importantly, for international security. We have to have Greenland. It's not a question of do you think we can do without it? We can. If you look at Greenland right now, if you look at the waterways, you have Chinese and Russian ships all over the place. And we're not going to be able to do that. We're not relying on Denmark or anybody else to take care of that situation.
Okay, so they need it for national security, well, world security, actually. Geiger Capital said, wow, Trump just got very serious about Greenland. It's about securing the Western Hemisphere. Russia and China are growing their influence in the Arctic, and Denmark can't do it themselves. Fletch 17 said, so Space Force has a base in Greenland. Becomes more and more apparent, doesn't it? George said, seriously, if Greenland votes to be independent from Denmark without joining the United States, it would be one of the dumbest moves in history. It's an island of 56,000 people with unlimited natural resources, making it a prime target of invasion by a hostile nation. I think you'd rather get taken over by friendly people. Okay, Joey Manarino said, let's be clear here about Greenland. China wants Greenland. Russia wants Greenland. Trump wants Greenland. So Russia or China do not get Greenland. If Russia gets Greenland, they could nuke America within a few hours. This is geopolitics. Simple-minded liberals do not understand. And apparently readers added context they thought they might want people to know. Russia can already strike America with nuclear weapons in approximately 30 minutes. Thank you. That's really nice to know. Juanita Broderick said Greenland is important because there's Russia. Denmark's over here. Greenland is here. Right? Russia, US. Well, it's on your side, kind of. Like if you cut a line through the middle, mostly on your side, guys. Take it. Sorry, that's just me being silly. Jess Fields said Greenlanders will be far richer as a US territory. Greenland has 56,000 people and a GDP of $3.3 billion. Pensacola, Florida has 54,000 people and a GDP of $30 billion. They were overpowered by Denmark for centuries. The US will empower them to be free, independent, and wealthy. Okay. The whole tweet. Okay. The rabbit hole. Okay. This is what Greenland and Canada are really about. Here's Russia, okay? That's how big it is. Look at it. It's huge. Greenland, Canada, Alaska. You want this side, okay? This is what I believe they're going for. Strategic. Very strategic. Okay. Don't you worry about that. Said 2.4 million temporary visas issued. 120,000 homeless Australians, now they're advertising in Mexico. Maybe Joe and Kamala asked Albo to take the ones Trump booted out of America. Australia, you're fucking dumb voting for Labor. Hear, hear. Stephen said, oh my God, 50% of all new jobs in 2024 were in the National Disability Insurance Scheme. That's currently being severely ripped off. 20% of all Aussies are now disabled. And why is this happening? What have you done to us? In some communities, more than 50% are disabled. Yeah, I've had enough of them. I don't need to hear it. Okay, Stephen posted this. Make Albo go away, MAGA. Okay, Aussie Battler, MAGA. Make Albo go away, our Prime Minister. We all wish he would. Okay, Stephen said, oh my God, remember Labor released thousands of rapists, pedo, murder illegals. Now we're finding out they're getting free housing, Medicare, and $1,000 per week living allowance. What the fuck? You need to be happy with your 70 cents. What? Is this for real? Are they getting $1,000 a week? Rapists, pedos, and murderers? Killers, rapists, and pedos get $1,000 cash payment from Gov. But is that a week or is it like, I need to know, man. I need to know. What? Yeah, hey. Where is that? Total Fertiliser Australia said, this act by and other bad behaviours by Labor has got the US Democrats all over it. Evil plans against us people and great push to communism. That's probably why Kamala's coming here. Catherine Deeves Morgan said, answer the question, Albo. Young man asked the questions we all want answers to. Mr. Albanese, will 1.8 million immigrants in 5 years increase demand on the medical system? When young people like me can't get housing, have no future in this country? Listen to this, and what is this person doing there?
Mr. Albanese, don't you think 1.8 million immigrants in 5 years is going to increase demand on the medical system? What about the fact that people my age can't get any housing, we can't get rentals anymore, we have no future in this country anymore? Don't you think that's kind of ridiculous? No? You can't touch me, mate. You know. No, I don't have anything. Mr. Albanese, don't you think one...
Okay, I just want you to notice how Mr. Albanese's here in the background, okay? This is Mr. Chalmers, his treasurer. Watch them skulk away and not answer any of the questions. Watch. He's being asked. Look. Albanese's just trying to blend in with the background as best he can in there. And Mr. Chalmers is standing kind of back from the podium and the mics, not saying anything. I don't care. Okay, Mark Slapinski said Donald Trump proves to the world he's a master chess player. The trade war with Canada is officially over. Let's watch Mark Carney's campaign implode. Okay, let's have a look.
We have Liberation Day, as you know, on April 2nd, because, and I'm not referring to Canada, but many countries have taken advantage of us, the likes of which nobody even thought was possible for many, many decades, for decades. We have Liberation Day.
That only came in one ear. I could only hear it in one ear. That was weird. Okay, Jim Ferguson said exposed globalist Mark Carney accused of plagiarism at Oxford. The man groomed by the WEF. The architect of Canada's net zero nightmare. Now caught in an academic scandal that could bring his house of cards crashing down. Here we go. According to academic investigators, Mark Carney's 1995 Oxford thesis shows at least 10 instances of plagiarism, including copy-pasted passages from major economists without citation. Verbatim from Michael Porter, lifted lines from Stein and Sheen, no quotation marks, no credit. The same man telling you how to live, what to drive, what to eat may have stolen his way through Oxford. Carney is the globalist golden boy. Now the mask is slipping. If this is the intellectual foundation of their green tyranny, what else have they lied about? Well, everything. Let me tell you. Concerned Canadians said this is what every Conservative should be echoing. All candidates associated with the WEF should be disqualified to run in Canada. Let's have a listen.
What are your views on the World Economic Forum?
Well, I'm not a young global leader of tomorrow. I've never been to one of their events, and I look at Pierre Poilievre saying that he doesn't intend to go to their events and doesn't intend to have his ministers involved in them either. And I take the same view.
But why? You're still not explaining what your views are on the World Economic Forum. Like, what do you find distasteful about it?
I guess I find it distasteful when billionaires brag about how much control they have over political leaders, as the head of that organization has. And I think that that is offensive. The people who should be directing government are the people who vote for them. And the people who vote for me and for my colleagues are people who live in Alberta and who are affected by our decisions. And so, quite frankly, until that organization stops bragging about how much control they have over political leaders, I have no interest in being involved with them. My focus is here in Alberta, solving problems for Albertans with the mandate from Albertans.
What are your views?
There you go. Okay, Juanita Broderick said this is how you handle Canada. Donald Trump said, I just finished speaking with Prime Minister Mark Carney of Canada. It was an extremely productive call. We agree on many things. We'll be meeting after Canada's upcoming election to work on elements of politics, business, and all other factors that will end up being great for both the United States of America and Canada. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Looks like they've worked out a deal. Maybe. Mark Slapinski said, young child, hey, Dad, can I go to the park? Dad, sorry, son, the Muslims own the parks now and they're not safe for you. These are the kinds of conversations parents have with their kids every day in Canada, and it makes me sick. Do you agree? And I believe similar things are happening in the UK and Australia. No, you can't go out on your own anymore. Okay. The Vigilant Fox said HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. just unveiled new reforms that could transform how this country treats certain procedures, injuries forever. Just before sharing the details with Chris Como Thursday night, he exposed just how bad things really were inside the Department of Health and Human Services before he took charge. According to Kennedy, parts of HHS were selling patient information to each other and actively working against one another. This means your private health data funded by taxpayers was being treated like a commodity inside the same agency it's supposed to protect it. But it gets even worse. Kennedy said when he tried to access CMS data, patient and billing records for Medicare and Medicaid, he was told HHS would have to buy it back from another branch of itself. What? So I tried to get the CMS patient information, which belongs to the American people and belongs to HHS. And the sub-agencies said we have to buy it from them, and it doesn't make any sense. There are sub-agencies that refuse to give us patient data, Kennedy lamented. This kind of red tape, he argued, is exactly what prevented progress, but change is already in motion. Kennedy pointed to DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, as one of the major drivers of reform. We're going from 82,000 workers to 62,000 workers. That's tough on everybody, but I think in the long run, we're going to have much greater morale in the demoralised agency, he said. There you go. Very interesting. Australians versus the Agenda said Greens leader Adam Bandt kicked off his election campaign by branding President Trump as a dangerous demagogue and calling for Australia to sever its long-standing alliance with the US. You fucking moron.
Now is precisely the wrong time for Australia to be joined at the hip to Donald Trump. Like Labor and Liberal have spent the last few decades tying Australia.
The opposite, mate. The opposite of what you just said. This is why I tell you. Whatever they say, think the opposite and you'll be right. There's no better time for Australia to join the US. This is a Greens leader, mind you, okay, in Australia. If we get the Greens in Australia, we're fucked.
To the United States, which is now being led by a dangerous demagogue. Okay, now is the wrong time to have our defence policy totally contracted out to Donald Trump. And so we are the only ones pushing to cancel the AUKUS arrangement and the nuclear submarines. And that puts us in stark contrast to the others. Like, it will not make Australia or the world safer for us to be signed up to whatever Donald Trump's next war happens to be. And the point that we're making about a defence policy is also that you just have to have a look at the Ukraine to see that basing your whole defence policy on Donald Trump riding to your rescue is not the way to go. That does not make you safe. We don't want Australia to have a huge Donald Trump-shaped target painted on our back by being part of AUKUS. Now is why, and we'll be the only ones compared with Labor and Liberal arguing this. Now is the time to push for a more peaceful world by having Australia detach from Donald Trump and AUKUS, have an independent policy that is just about looking after us, not pointing missiles at our neighbours, which is what Donald Trump and Labor and Liberal want.
Bullshit, mate. Sorry, but you're the biggest warmongers there are. Okay, Senator Babette said the biggest problem on the right isn't the woke left. Okay. Yep, okay. I've read that
now
one. We're at the end. There we go. So now we're going to read some comments. And then we're going to go over to Rumble because I've got some stuff to talk with Timmy about if he's still interested in ringing in. Okay, I'm back at the beginning. George said, no swearing from me today. Oh, you're a bit drunk, are you? God love you, George. Okay, who else we got? Oh, there you go, it jumped. Let's go back as far as I can. Oh, near the beginning, there you go. George says, since I got back from seeing my mum, been pumping some reggae and house music. Oh, good on you, George. Timmy said, hello, everyone. How you going, Timmy? And George said, hello, Timmy. Black Hat Music said, hi, I have Mac. How you going? Alex said, George, did you have a nice time with your mum and sisters? Oh, it's Happy Mother's Day in the UK. Oh, Happy Mother's Day to all the mums in the UK. Happy Mum's Day. I don't know when Mother's Day is here, May. Oh, our clocks go back an hour next week. So I'll be an hour earlier for you guys. If your clocks have already gone forward or whatever, there you go. But our clocks go back next week, so, and they should too, because it's still dark at 7 a.m. in the morning at the moment. And I'm like, I don't feel like I should be awake yet, man, but I normally wake up at 5 or 6. So I'm waking up when it's dark. Yeah, it's not right. The clocks need to go back like now. Anyway, they should stay there actually. But anyway, don't worry about that. It's just me having a whinge. And MJ joined us. And everyone's saying hello to each other and Kai. Deb said, yes, it's very motivating music. Deb said, I always dance in my chair in the intro. Good. That's good. Yep. I was projecting because I was sitting here dancing. So I'm, trying not to feel like alone while I'm dancing. Sherry said, good evening, everyone. Sitting here waiting for a bad storm. Oh, really? Stay safe, Sherry. Alex said, I hope everything's okay. Hev, we'll miss you. We'll be here when you return. Yeah, no, it's good. My daughter's sister from another mother. Okay, get that. Let that one sink in. So my children's father had another lady and they had children. Okay, so my daughter's half-sister just went into labour on Saturday and she's going up there to help out, cook for her, do all the stuff, for a week. And I'm going down to my daughter's house to cook and, not to cook, to clean and just look after my mum, the 3 kids, my mum and dad, the 3 kids, and make sure everyone's okay. So there you go. Okay, Alex said, hope it's not a baby possum blocking the chimney. I know. Kai said, drop vids from the cell phone, Hev, odd thoughts and whatnot. Oh, I might actually do that, I might be able to do that, actually. Alex said, yeah, hopefully it just leaves or something like that. Well, it's quite blocked, okay, because the fire wouldn't light. And I'm sitting there going, I don't know what's going on at first. And then the smoke started pouring out once it did light. And I'm like, oh, something's blocking the chimney. And then I smelt hair burning. And I thought it was my hair, so I've either singed my own hair or, which I could have done, right? I've either singed my own hair or that was the hair from the possum. I hope it wasn't the hair from the possum. Okay, and Deb said, I guess you have to check the flu each year. Yeah, well, I should have done that before I started. Note to self, check the flu before you light the fire every year. Deb said, I'm crazy too. George said, if I swear, I owe you all a quid. Deb's laughing at me. Alex said, feel for you having camel toe coming to visit. Oh, yeah, I forgot to even... Where's the bookmark? I don't even know where the bookmark went. I'm sure I bookmarked it, but it's missing. Kamala, visit, Australia. Oh, that's not how you spell Australia. You think... That's not how you spell Australia either. Oh, my God, I can't spell Australia. I live here and I can't spell the freaking thing. Okay. John Ruddock, MLC. Kamala Harris is speaking at the Australian Real Estate Conference in Queensland, Australia in May. Queensland is our most pro-Trump state and real estate is one of our most pro-Trump industries. And she's here to wreck it, okay? Kamala Harris praises Australia on their massive gun confiscation, where they took 650,000 guns away from law-abiding citizens. That should tell you everything, okay? If you believe these people, congratulating Australia on the massive gun confiscation, right? Then you should be thinking the opposite. I'm telling you now. Kobe Thatcher said Kamala Harris is visiting Australia in May. I guess this is America's payback for us sending them Kevin Rudd, our stupid ambassador who just did nothing but bag Trump. And I forgot to film me doing I just took photos as I was doing it. Like I've got an in the middle photo as well. But I forgot, I should have just done a video of me stacking the wood, right? And then put it on fast forward and Benny Hill music, or something like that. Some stupid, yeah. But I kept on having to have breaks, and honestly, I felt muscles that I didn't know that I could work out, and it was all on the left side because I was bending down to put them under the veranda, and I was bending down, and I kept, going the same way. So I didn't even equally exercise both sides. I just exercised my left side. So there you go. Okay. Yep, and Alex said, feel you for having camel toe coming to visit. MJ said, Hev, you and Coolio, I think he was a good dude, but what? What happened? Alex said, I do like that song you did. The Weird Al one is good too. Bit of Amish Paradise. Stu said, hey, George and Alex, hope you're well. Oh, the Coolio song. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, the song. I can't even play the song. Hey, Gen X, how you going? Studio said, hey, George and Alex, hope you're well. MJ said, well, shite, that's what the kettle black candy? That's calling the kettle black candy? Studio said, Kamala should stay at Alice Springs if she does come here. Yeah, she should go out with the natives. Yep. Alex said, not too bad, thank you. How are you and Maxie? Oh, well. Hope you and Maxie are well. I can't read. J1 said Taiwan moving chip production to the USA. Next move, China takes Taiwan. They're going to try, you know that. And hello, Menacing Muskrat, how you going? MJ said Kamala musical chairs, pull it out on her. Yep. George said, please God help me to not swear. Yeah, I can't not at the moment. Alex said, yeah, I'm sick of people that hate us. All running the show, time we took it back. MJ said, rocking horse? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, MJ. Menacing Muskrat said, heels up, Kamala. Canada Stan has elbows up, Carney, Blarney. Deb said, I saw swear, George. Alex said, how embarrassing. Joke police force. She should be suspended. J1 said, if you want to know who's running the show, just look at the architecture of the government buildings. Kai said she was flicking the beam with a rocking horse instead of a pillow. Oh, Alex said, embarrassing for us having called that UK police woman. Yep. Imagine. Imagine it's an emergency. She's sitting there rocking back and forward on her stupid little rocking horse. George said they're scum. Kai said, just saying. Everyone's laughing at Kai, and Alex is actually throwing a little vomit face out there and laughing at Kai. MJ said riding pillow. Kai said some like... Oh, no. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to stay out of that one, okay? Okay. Deb said little man syndrome. Kai said imagine that hat stuttering check-in. Menacing Muskrat said thumbs it up, folks. Thank you. There you can hit the like button, please. It helps me out, guys. Kai said hope she was big enough to hide the dark spot. Deb said the man cannot even talk, Albo. Yeah, he can't. Alex said bloody annoying that YouTube music copyright thing. I know. I can't even play like 30 seconds of it or a minute of a tune. They just keep hitting me with copyrights. Any music I play at all, there's a copyright that pops up, right? Kai said Europe's been mumbling about a nuke war. George said, Kai, the end times is not far away, mate. MJ said the tube has werewolf anime, weird aping stuff, violence and ads with peeps grabbing themselves, but we can't say words. How stupid. Exactly, MJ. I agree. Alex, I'm sure I've been hearing that for years. Seems to be all scare tactics to keep people in line while they rob us all blind. Out to lunch, said I bet Kennedy wrapped it before he tapped it, though. Studios said Craig Kelly pointed out we pay over 60% in taxes to the government when buying a slab of beer. Smokes are worse, though. Yes, I saw that. George said evil has taken over the world. Kai said that's putting a balloon on your tongue to eat a steak. Kai said be right back. Alex said Revelation and other prophecies seem to be playing out by the day. Out to lunch said, hi all, beautiful day. Hey, out to lunch, good to see ya. J1 said, as is written, so it shall be. Menacing Muskrat said, yes, indeed, the words of Revelation are flying off the pages. Alex said, it won't be long before we start hearing the trumpets. J1 said, the bear and eagles shall unite. Yes, it will, yes. Russia and US will unite. Stu said, we can't cope with flying bears too. Oh, dear. Alex said, I was going to say it looks like her mascara has run. Yeah, exactly. J1 said, when you hear peace being crushed, beware. Total destruction comes quickly. Being pushed, yes. Yeah, like the Greens leader who said he wants peace all over the world by Australia pulling away from the US. That's not gonna work, mate. Sorry. George said, I would rather be on my own than meet this modern woman. Yeah, yeah. Alex said, looking forward to God's return. Out to lunch said, I look worse than that lady when I wake up in the morning. Yeah, me too. J1 said, free later. George said, I've been cheated on by this modern woman. Oh, it's bad. From what I can see, the modern women way of thinking, like it's full-on feministic, I don't know. It's not good. MJ said, Andy is a modern woman, George. Alex said, sorry to hear that, George. You deserve better. George said, give me a woman who has old school values. Yeah, we all should have old school values. Out to lunch said, when cops put gloves, someone's going to jail. Alex said, Big Mike too, modern women. She's a modern woman. Oh, that was really out of tune. Sorry. Alex said, I would say she was the pig. Sorry to your ears, guys. I'm really sorry. MJ said, have no heroes, you won't be disappointed. Yeah, have no heroes and you won't be disappointed. Especially on YouTube too, guys. Don't look at people like they're heroes because they're not. I'm an ordinary person. You know, most people on YouTube are just people. We're just people. People. I'm just a person, just like you. Out to lunch said, I can't breathe. Menacing Muskrat said, George Floyd. Alex said, it's a massive drama fest. Alex said, play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. J1 said, delusional. Deb said, taser, please. MJ said, it's like watching The View. Alex said she didn't get the memo to remain silent. No, she didn't. No, none of them did. And that's why they all got it. They were screaming right in the cop's face. Do you not think something's going to happen from that? Stu said, one step away from getting a jab from the cat team. J1 said, looks like she swallowed a pillow last night. Menacing Muskrat said, the vaxxed. Out to lunch said, comply, you may not die. Exactly. Deb said, yes, menacing. They said they will go crazy. Alex said, just a normal day in Crazyville. Stu, you said straight jacket time. Menacing Muskrat said, we're just getting started, Deb. Gen X said, black privileges because the former administration allowed and encouraged this behaviour. Gen X, sadly, I've watched this for years now. Yes, I've been watching it for years too, Gen X. I honestly have. Sad, isn't it? Deb said the police came. I don't know. You got to teach your kids like respect and courtesy, and I don't know. You just got to teach your kids, mate. Not that shit either. Like good shit. Deb said the police came across the road to pick up someone, paddy wagon, an extra cop for backup, and a young girl screaming at the police and blocking them from getting into the house. Honestly, people are just like, you probably get out quicker if you just go with them. George said, white British are second-class citizens. Alex said, praying for those in Thailand. Yes, prayers for Thailand, said Deb. Yes. Menacing Muskrat said, amen, prayers, Thailand. J1 said, Myanmar, drugs and human trafficking central. Yep. Alex, Thailand, yeah. Alex said, yeah, being phased out, George. Deb said, just an excuse to go and get more people for evil purposes. Menacing Muskrat said, 10K deep. Oh, there you go. Menacing Muskrat said, can you drop the link for this guy, Hev? Which guy? I don't know who you're talking about. Menacing Muskrat? Which guy? Which guy? Which guy? George said, the British has been sold out, Alex. J1 said, Muskrat. Deb said, all of it is used to be used against us. Alex said, we were sold down the river years ago, bit by bit for decades, George. Yeah, it's a slow creep. They always do it that way. That way you don't notice it's even coming. Stu said, I may be wrong, but I think they class all earthquakes as 10K, then reclassify them later, or conveniently said that to cover it up. Deb said, by your so-called King George. George said, yeah, Alex. Alex said, must have been terrifying for them. I think 1,700 people have perished so far. Yeah, I got all my details yesterday. Deb said, Tonga had an earthquake nearby. Oh, wow. MJ said, grab all the babies. Yes. Alex said, the Bible says this will happen before the end days. I do think things are being done to bring it on. But how do we know that this is what the Bible meant? MJ said, those poor nurses. Yeah, I know, and the poor babies. Menacing Muskrat said, no tsunami alerts from the 7.7. I don't know. Let me check. Tsunami alert. Okay, yep. No, that was 2024 in Japan. Hang on. Thailand. Is there any? Oh, what's this? It just found a real-time alert system. You can see it's very accurate, even shows the radius of the tremors The impact really reached Thailand. In case anyone wants to monitor aftershocks, charge your phone, prepare your bags and drinks, wishing everyone safety. Where's the link? You tell us you found a new... What is it? What's the name of the thing? Maybe you have to watch the video to find out. Hang on. I want to know. Whoop. I can't tell what freaking site it is. Or is it on the earthquake site? Powered by Global Quake version 1.0.2 build 4B2. Okay. Maybe that's it. Global Quake? Let me have a look. Globalquake.net. Oh, you got to download it. Okay. Don't know if I've got enough room on here, guys, so I'm not going to download it just yet. I'm going to have to clean up my system a bit first. Okay, let's see. Now, was there a... March the 30th, sea level in Phuket dropped sharply this evening around 5 p.m. An earthquake hit Sumatra too. Feeling uneasy, stay alert, guys. When nature acts weird like this, it's hard to trust. It's hard to trust it anymore. What in the fuck is that noise? Sound like a building just collapsed here, man. Could be someone getting their wood. Holy shit. No tsunami risk, apparently. It's from the Thai government. Okay, we'll go back over to... So, no, I don't know. No tsunami alert as far as I know. Deb said not just one. They have aftershocks, don't they? Yes, normally they do. Alex said, yes, the nurse is not being able to hold them all, MJ. George said, reminds me of a scene from The Flash. MJ said, the pool spilling on the tops of the buildings makes me dislike cities even more. Same here. Deb said, I thought they were going over the side. Yeah, no, I wouldn't like to be in that pool at all. Alex said, how scary being in that pool. I'd be scared to be in any way that high up. Don't like heights. Me too. George said, surfers would love it. Alex said, don't like those pools high up with the glass bottoms. Oh, that's even worse. No. I don't even like going up to like the 10th floor in a building, okay? Two or three levels is enough for me, right? 3 at the max. So say you have an attic and a second story and the first story, you know? And you can even have a basement if you want, but not, no. Ooh. MJ said, wow. MJ said they have a lot of pools on top over there, yeah. Deb said, well, at least the news reports have something to get excited about. I was just saying how they need a big drama to get their awards, yep. Deb said, rich and dumb. Alex said, is it Japan that builds high-rise buildings, especially to sway with the earthquakes they get? Flyby Stew said, fucking later, Jen, again. For fuck's sake, still love you. You too, Flyby Stew. God love you. Menacing Muskrat said, west coast of North America is way overdue. Ooh. MJ said, nope. Second floor is good, yep. Deb said, yeah, no high building for me. MJ said that piano could slide and take you right out of that window. Yep, exactly. Alex said the buildings did not fall in their own footprint, though. Well, no, they didn't fall in their own footprint. One fell, but MJ said if you live in one, get yourself a parachute or something. Definitely. Go, what is it? Not abseiling, the other one. Not the parachute. The one where you've got that triangle thing and you take off and you put your legs in the harness and you fly down, you glide gently, you know, that one. Hang gliding. Get yourself a hang glider. Flyby Stu said, good evening, Alex. Hope you're well. Deb said, yes, you need a movement for the wind. Yes. George said, yes, while playing the piano. I could not handle trying to sleep in a building that was swaying. I'd freak out, man. Seriously. Flyby said, George, how you going, bro? Alex said, I'm not too bad. I hope you're well too, Flyby. MJ said, it's like a new version of Final Destination movie, George. Alex said, Greenland is the closest country to Mount Meru. MJ said, that makes sense to me now, Alex. Deb said, God help Australia. Flyby said, not so bad. My tea was gorgeous. Thank you. Love to you all. George said, I did watch the new Final Destination trailer the other day, MJ. I don't think I've watched all the Final Destination movies. I saw 1, 2, 3, I think. Or the one that you pick your own ending? I don't know. Okay. Alex said, I did mean Roops, Nigeria, Mount Meru, MJ. J1 said, universal basic income. Deb said, get your eggs ready for camel toe. Deb said, yes, elbows very weak. J1 said, turban, head on stage. Yes, I don't. Why? We are a Christian country. What are you doing here with the turban on your head? In our politics, you know? Deb said, low volume. Alex said, I thought that was just me hearing through one ear. Yeah, MJ said, snake shaken. J1 said, my doctor is Oxford educated, still dumb as dog shit. Menacing Muskrat said, Carney wife Diana is from a wealthy pig farm owners in Britain, and we know exactly what happens on pig farms. Yeah, we do. Menacing Muskrat. Alex said they're finding more and more human meat and pork items too, even some supposed veggie food. Menacing Muskrat. Menacing Muskrat said Picton's pig farm, Trudeau's hangout, and they're still looking for the Indigenous women. Flyby said, Alex, it's absolutely disgusting what's going off in the food industry, a lot more than you think, all for money. Alex said, I know, it makes me so cautious about what I eat, Flyby Stew. MJ said he reminds me of Kevin Spacey. Deb said, oh my God, China will take over Australia. Yeah, it will. George said a younger version, MJ. I'd rather America take over than China. I'm telling you now. I would rather America take over than China. Okay. Deb said, all fearmonger. Yep. Menacing said, come on over. Fresh cinnamons and bread just came out of the... Oh, yum. George said, yes, I lost an hour of sleep, lol. J1 said, I'm pretty sure the Australian government wasn't informed on the nuke sub visit in Darwin. Trump won't even pick up the phone for Albo Sleazy. Oh, shit. Scared the shit out of me.
Timar28 tipped $75. Hello, Hev. I'll be there. What are we talking about? We reviewed it yesterday, but maybe things have changed. Ha ha.
God love you, Timmy. Thank you, you legend. No, the things haven't changed. We'll still be doing the same thing, yes. I've just got like a couple of clips of music behind them that I can't play on YouTube, and we'll be playing them over there. God love you. Thank you, Timmy. Okay, that's good to know. You'll be there. Excellent. Okay, Flyby said, I've just seen Easter eggs today. When is Easter? For fuck's sake, it's usually over by now. Alex said, our clocks went forward early hours Sunday. You're an hour later. Start time at the moment will be 2 hours when your clocks change, and will be 12 a.m. start for UK when your clocks change. Oh, no. Wow. Yeah, Alex, clock changing is so frustrating. I wish they'd just stay at one or the other. I don't care which one. Oh, my God. J1 said 2 weeks after Easter, it's Christmas. George said Easter eggs have got similar, are smaller, but cost more. Yeah, they have. MJ said, I'm still messed up from the time change. I keep waking up at 2, 3 a.m. It's awful. Deb said, yes, I agree, Hev. Alex said, Aussie Mother's Day is 11th of May. Yes, there you go. Deb said, yeah, Hev forgot to film Hev bringing in the wood. Studio said, for you, I was worried. I missed it. George said, I call Kamala the hyena. Yeah, the laughing hyena. Alex said, I know what you mean. It always messes me up for a while afterwards. Just when you get used to the last change, they change again. Yep, Headboard Harris, says Alex. Deb said, and Hev can make a new exercise video for us all to get moving. Yes, I will be doing one soon. Not this week, though. Alex said, yeah, I love exercise and cooking videos. Deb said they have to show the people to wake them up. They do. Deb said the square cookies. Flyby said, in and out gang here. For fuck's sake, Twister. Deb said, how stupid getting rid of the country that protects us exactly. Yes, just an ordinary person, Hev, that's brought us all together. George said, a good group of people in this chat, Deb. Deb said, we're all blessed to have each other. Yes, we are, definitely. MJ said, me like, oh, dang. Alex said, yes, our wonderful Hev family. Deb said, I think Mr. MBB, I will have to look him up again. Kai said, just wait for the pole shift. 2K mile per hour wind, 6K. 2K mile per hour wind, 6K. Oh, so 2,000 per mile per hour wind and 6,000 feet tidal wave. I don't think that's going to happen. Deb said, so we all get to go for a ride then, Kai? Yeah, just sit on your mattress. Hopefully you got a blow-up mattress. You can just sit on it and ride it out, right? Not like off a building or anything, but just, you know. Kai said, ooh, yeah. Kai said, they're already moving, causing wobble, causing each quake. Alex said, I used to get those jelly legs being on the 3rd floor in an old job. Everything was open plan and glass so you could see all the way down. MJ said, skydiver used it. Like, yeah. Kai said, oh, and Zealandia is raising more. Deb said, I bet they got dual citizenship sausage. Alex said, I know, I definitely saw the Final Destination, maybe the first one and the second one, but that was enough for me. I don't like scary films anymore. Alex said, Soylent Green, Deb. Deb said, sorry, people's sausage. People's sausage. Oh. Alex said, awesome, Timmy. George said he used to like the wobbles. I used to like the wombles when I was a kid. Not the wobbles, though. Kai said, Deb, do you mean hot dog? Alex said, I'll join in too if you'll have me, Hev. Yeah, why not? Deb said, awesome, Timmy. Alex said, of course. Deb said, of course, Alex. Oh, you did mean the wombles? Yes, okay. I used to love the wombles too, George. Kai said, spam, potted meat, bologna. Alex said, could be worse, I suppose. Poor China only has one time zone. Deb said, yes, people, dogs, Kai. Yeah, instead of hot dogs, people, dogs. Deb said, continents are going to move. Kai said, every hot dog ever tested contained human DNA above 20%. Kai said, hot dogs are Soylent Green. Deb said, a lot of womble getting around. Alex said, yeah, I heard that, Kai. And with that, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. In about 10 or 15 minutes, I'm going to see you all on Rumble. Hopefully, because we have some medical talk and we have Tim and we got Alex joining us as well. Okay, guys, I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And hopefully I'll see you on Rumble. Okay, bye, guys.